Okay, next we are going to assemble the idler bolt subassembly. Here's one of the completed ones. There's two in this kit. And so, what it contains is the idler bolt, C-clip, two spacers, two fringed bearings, and one regular bearing for the middle. And so it's just the idler bolt with a spacer, the fringed bearing, the regular middle bearing, and then the other fringed bearing with another spacer, and then just attach this C-clip. Now this might be a little bit hard to do by hand. There. Now you have these parts ready. Okay, now we are going to put together the Y and the X motor subassembly. I already put our grub screw in the drive pulley on both of these, and they'll both be going on the top like this. But for the Y motor subassembly, we'll want 3.5 millimeters in between the bottom of the motor and the drive pulley. So I got my digital calipers to make sure we have this close. I'm sure it doesn't make a whole load of difference. And so we'll get this to 3.5. Try to get this as close as possible to that. That looks good enough. And I'll tighten that down. Now, for the X motor, we want 2.5 millimeters from the top. And we'll tighten that down. Next, we will assemble the extruder mounting plate subassembly. First, we have the extruder mounting plate, the printed X end stop trigger, two M3 nylocks, two M3 by 16 socket caps, four M2 by 16 socket caps, and a 630 millimeter belt subassembly. Now, when you're looking for this in your kit, make sure you're not looking at the 3D printed parts because it is a plexiglass part. I almost thought that I didn't have this part because I couldn't find it. Okay, so we'll take the extruder mounting plate, the printed X end stop trigger, and we will connect them on the top of these three holes with the two M3 nylocks and the two M3 by 16 socket caps. Now we're going to put the X belt assembly on the extruder mounting plate. Have the belt teeth facing this direction. All we are going to do is put the four M2 by 16 sockets right on these 4 holes and tighten them up. Here's the finished extruder mounting plate sub-assembly.